Good afternoon. Halfway through the week, and South Africans have been told to accept the fact that we are living in a violent society. That's the message from Police Minister Nathi Nhleko. He addressed the National Firearms Summit in Parliament, where he said, and I quote, "There is an accentuated level of gun ownership in South Africa."
All of us need to accept and acknowledge that we have a society that embraces violence, harbors the belief that all social ills can be settled through violence, or that the barrel of a gun bestows one with power. The sad reality, though, is that in our society, we have an accentuated level of gun ownership.
Meanwhile, Gary Newham from the Institute of Security Studies says their data shows that we now have 4 murders more every day in comparison to last year.
Well, we have seen a substantial increase in armed attacks in South Africa over the last 2 years. There are, as of last year, over 18,000 more armed attacks of people on the streets, in their homes and in their businesses than there were 2 years ago. That works out to 50 more armed attacks every day on average last year compared to the previous 2 years, and this is driving the murder rate up.
Newham has expressed his concern about infighting in the security cluster. We have recently seen high-profile suspensions at the elite crime-fighting unit, the Hawks, as well as the suspension of Robert McBride, who's the head of the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. And then there's the case of the Deputy Director of National Prosecutions, Nonqobo Jiba. She's apparently gone missing and she's not answering her cell phone. That's while the National Prosecuting Authority is looking for her to stand on charges of fraud and perjury. Newham says where these people are supposed to be focusing on fighting crime and keeping South Africans safe, behind the scenes they are all fighting for their jobs, thus keeping their eye off the ball. Join me again tomorrow on Thursday when we will bite into another news story.